drink and I start singing. I can't believe that. That's fantastic. Well, we just wanted to, I guess, say a few words about our friend Wendy. So I'm going to hand you to Cathy.
Okay. Yeah, I have. I'm being serious now. And where do I mic up to your mouth? I don't want to. Alright, I'm being serious, okay? No, let's be down there. I first met Wendy 30 years ago when we were both, thank you, working at William Buck. Little did I know then she would become my lifetime friend. I hate to say it, but my husband was right. As he said on Wendy's wedding day, there will be good times and bad times, and we have sure been through many of these together. During our young and carefree days, we shared many happy times together, lots of laughter, fun, scary football driving, and a few hangovers. We shared the excitement of each other's engagements, weddings, births of our children, challenges raising our children, and more recently, the sad times of losing parents. I've been privileged to be matron of honour at Wendy's first wedding and to share in her second wedding day and honeymoon with Craig. You think that 6 people would be really few too many on a honeymoon, but we had the time of our life.
They crashed on a honeymoon.
I'll share a little story with you. Being their honeymoon, Kerry and I, and John and Mark, thought we'd give them a little bit of time alone. So we asked the captain of the boat to take us to this little remote island so we could go for a little walk. Well, the captain dropped us off in this little boat and we just thought he'd hang around for a while and wait for us. But as we began our walk up the mountain, we turned around and we saw that he was heading back to the boat. We just watched in amazement and burst into laughter. The little romantic interlude was very short-lived. When we returned to the boat, the looks we all gave each other were priceless. The captain had no idea. Wendy and I were also lucky enough to share in Kerry-Ann's 50th birthday recently. And where was Wendy? You'd think she'd be out on the deck just sunbathing, taking it all in. No, she was inside playing the pokies most of the time. She always is. One thing has remained constant during all these years, the ability of Wendy to always be there, to share my happy moments, to pick me up from my darkest. She's the only one I can call when I have some good news to share, or she's the one who I'll turn to. She's the one that will turn up on my doorstep with flowers and say, I'm worried about you. She's the one Christopher calls when I'm having a meltdown, and probably the only person I'll pick up my phone to when things are tough and I'm hiding from the world. She can get me laughing when there doesn't seem to be anything to laugh about, and we always have the ability to laugh at our own misfortunes. I feel extremely privileged to have Wendy as part of my life, and it doesn't matter whether we speak every day or once a week. I know she'll always be there for me when I need her, and I'll always be there for her. We often laugh about when we're old and in a nursing home, and as Wendy is now 50, she'll be there before me. So I promise I'll make sure you have your Coke, and I'll make sure I wipe up your dribble.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for being my friend. My life is much richer for having known you, and I don't know what to do now.
So mine's a very similar story. We met in about 1992 when the kids were born, Jessica. We met in the car park and spent many an hour at the Water Park Daycare Centre, where we enjoyed numerous hours before we went to work and after work.
Why was he always late?
And I guess one of the memorable moments was Wendy was not a smoker. Not a smoker at all.
I'd given up.
No, I'd given up. Given up for years.
8 years I've given up for.
Yeah, we went out on a shopping trip. Out and about we were. And Wendy was unfortunately going through some major personal issues at the time. We stopped at the shopping trip for lunch at McDonald's in Smith Street. We sat on the brick fence and talked about life's issues. And I gave her a cigarette. Yeah, and she took it. Yes. And
She gave up a week later.
I gave up a week later, and she took it up. So that's one of our very memorable moments. But what we did do is we started a friendship based on shopping. And we have not stopped. Maya, she's introduced me to Maya at Knox City, and they love us both. So there's the shopping. But one of the things things that we have as the years have rolled on is that we've become extremely good friends, and we've enjoyed many a trip, both overseas and locally. And there's nobody better that I want to spend, both Craig and Wendy, there's nobody better that John and I would like to spend our aging years, now that we're part of the APA club. So I guess, you know, as you look back and you see people sharing a honeymoon, I mean, who does that? Who takes these people away?
We didn't invite them.
And go on their honeymoon. So that was just a highlight of my life and something that is extremely memorable. I guess most of you would probably know the Andre Rieu saga that has carried through for them.
Coming back.
He's currently residing at her house, so we're looking forward to the next saga of that. But as far as our friendship with Wendy goes, you know, you are an inspiration, raising these beautiful children, taking on an additional family as well. I am very privileged to have you in my life, as well as, you know, Cathy is, and we just want to say congratulations on making it this far. And may we spend many, many more years travelling and enjoying life's festivities together. So congratulations on 2050.